And we are live.
And your face is washed out somehow.
It is again. It's because it's pointed directly at me.
How about that? Is that better?
I'm still a little blinded by it.
You're still blinded. You know what I need to do? I know what I need to do. I just need to pull it back a bit. Good, gents. Thanks to the generosity of our patrons, we have a new lighting system that we are still tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
And not getting the shadow of the... No, I'm not seeing any shadows. Well,
but yeah, there's...
Aside from my shadow, which is right here. That's me.
There's my shadow over there.
There's my shadow. My shadow just coming in from the side right here. Ooh, you can't see me, but you can see me shadow. Ooh. All right, enough of that. I'm going to turn this way because that should not be that way. No. I think we're good.
Can we also move, can we move this so that I can get to the mic?
Oh, do you want to stay where you are, though?
I mean...
Actually.
It seems like a good spot, but I can...
Actually, why don't you move over that way just a hair?
Halfway?
Yes.
But I'll be so far away.
Well, I'm going to come with you.
No,
I'm going to move with you.
Fine.
We're all shifting a bit. We're all shifting. Me, you, and the table.
To the table. Oh.
I'm trying to do it without standing up. All right, here we go.
There we go.
There we are.
Isn't it exciting seeing us?
I know. You'd think we'd be
exciting experience.
You'd think we'd be slightly more professional than this.
At least our lighting is professional once
Getting
we
there.
Actually get it to work.
Getting there, mostly. I'm liking the shadow effect though.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm more shadow than you are. I think I need to put that thing on a box. Aren't we professional?
Yes.
Put the light on a box. Our laptop is sitting on our cajon, which is on our... Remember when our cutting board was on the cajon, which is on the laundry hamper? Well, now the laptop is on the cajon.
And for all of our other starving musicians, a cajon doubles as a tabletop.
It be true.
In a pinch.
It be true. I see that Kathy and Hannah have joined us, and I'm gonna now take this time to ensure, now that I have spent my first 2 minutes readjusting my light, which I'm still trying to figure out. You know what the biggest problem is?
What?
This bed.
Yeah.
Remember at the beginning of the month, we said that our 2021 resolution, part of it was going to be to remove the bed from this room.
No,
so that way, well, we haven't done that yet.
We haven't done that yet. But we're
going to get to that.
We'll get to it eventually.
Do you promise?
Yes. Well, I mean, it seems like both of us need to promise that too.
Well, yeah, you just go to bed first, though.
What?
You usually go to bed before I do.
Oh. Well, what does that have to do with moving it?
I don't know. It was kind of a pointless factoid.
Yes.
I don't know. You also prefer your eggs in toast with avocado.
I do.
Whereas I prefer my eggs in my toast. And by in my toast, I mean you put a little hole in the toast, you put the egg in the toast, and you cook it thusly.
I mean, it's not the worst thing, except that it usually cooks the yolk all the way through, and I like my yolks runny.
Well, you can do it so that it doesn't cook the yolk all the way through.
Also, you put cinnamon on it, and that makes me mad.
Why do you not like cinnamon with your eggs?
I don't like cinnamon in general. Why? I guess I don't hate it. Like, I'll accept it if it's there, but I won't actively seek out cinnamon.
Well, I mean, I don't actively seek it out. It's just always there because I've always had it. And when you run out, you've got to get more because you ran out. It makes sense in my head, I promise. It makes sense.
Do you remember when people were inhaling cinnamon as like a challenge?
The cinnamon challenge. I do recall the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah. I never did that. Did you do it?
The cinnamon challenge? No. I considered it, but frankly, if eating cinnamon is anything at all like eating chocolate milk powder directly from the jar, then it's probably doable, but not as pleasant as you would assume.
Well, I think the whole point of it is that it's not pleasant. Like, I don't think it's quite as dangerous as the Tide Pod challenge.
Well, that's not even food. I mean, cinnamon at the very least is meant to be consumed by the human being. Admittedly in smaller doses. And mixed with other stuff.
And not through your nose.
And what?
That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? I thought you were supposed to snort it. That was part of the challenge.
No.
Oh, really?
The challenge was that you take the spoonful of cinnamon and you put it in your mouth and you swallow it.
Oh.
People ended up shooting it out their nose because they don't know how to control their salivary glands.
So
You do know how to control your own salivary glands, right?
I don't know. So you just eat a spoonful of cinnamon and that's it?
That's all there was to it, yeah.
Oh.
Why, did you think that you were supposed to snort it up your nose? What were your friends doing?
Oh, they weren't.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my friends were stupid, but I didn't know friends could be that dumb.
My friends never did it either. I just heard about this through the grapevine, and apparently the grapevine got some things mixed up.
Apparently they did. Apparently. It'd be true. So yeah, cinnamon does absorb water very fast. But so does chocolate. But so does cocoa powder.
Are you just eating chocolate powder out of the thing?
Not just chocolate powder, cocoa powder. Like without the sugar in it.
Why would you do that?
Because I was 8! And I thought it was smart.
To eat powder?
Shut up. You know, let's sing a song we sang last night, but I haven't sung it in months, so I'm going to sing it again, because what the hey. You sure you don't want to go with the guitar? Very well. I'm another boys who hung with me. We're home from the sea, I swear, on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll run around Cape Horn on the Orion Moor. He lived on the north side near Liverpool town. He up and went down the vagabonds. Everyone in has Dublin O'Shea. Some say he came from Killarney. I'm another rich boys who have one with me. We're home from the sea, I swear, on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll go round Cape Horn and the Orion Moor. He was a late preacher and a God-fearing man. Drink in his hand, what a terrible sinner. He took to the devil and spit in your eye, and then go to confession on Friday. All the little boys who hung with me, they're on the sea, I swear, on the shore. Maybe you get two drunk boys in this company, you'll run on Cape Horn and the Orion Moor. I sing of an Irishman, honest and plain. What's in the name when you think of a man himself? He was a seaman and he jumped with a sail. Mr. the fine art of Blarney. I'm another boys who hung with me. They're on the sea, I swear, on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll go round Cape Horn and the Orion Moor. Rolling and rolling, there's none can compare. Madame, you'd swear that the man was a saint. You could just see him in some foreign bar. You swear he was a high king of Ireland. I'm another Nick boy, though I'm one with me. We're home from the sea, I swear, on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll roll round Cape Horn on the Orion Moor. I'm another Nick boy, though I'm one with me. I swear, on the shore. Maybe you get two drunk boys in this company. You'll round Cape Horn and the Orion Moor. You'll round Cape Horn and the Orion Moor. Thank you very much, good gentles. Oh, I see that Luscious has arrived, as has Dr. Wacky. Don't worry about being late. That was our first song of the set.
Well, send your ribs through the mail. I'm going to eat them.
You know what? I agree with every aspect of that sentiment right there, regardless of how
I
you
meant the
interpret
food.
it. So, yeah.
Slap.
This is coffee with Bailey's, by the way, because the best part of waking up is not throwing up. Sorry.
Well, it's definitely not Folgers, because that is the stuff of demons right there.
Definitely. And the Baileys helps keep it down. Good gentles all, I'm David Anthony, the Foxy Bard.
Love Twig.
And together we are Drunk and Disorderly. And this is Foxy's Hangover Hour, where we put Baileys in our coffee and try to drink the rest of the mystery booze of the week. Because every week we have a mystery booze.
Well, this week we had a good mystery.
This week we had a good mystery booze. That being said, our mystery booze from last week was not, which is why we still have some of it. And we really should drink some of it, otherwise it will remain there forever and ever and ever. We have to finish it at some point. So
this is the worst one.
This is the worst one.
Worst one we've ever had. I will definitively say that this is definitely the worst.
I don't wish to destroy their business or anything.
I know.
Except maybe I'll destroy their business and then get me and a whole bunch of friends to buy stock in it anyway, and drive the price up. I don't know. Here's the thing. What?
I think objectively speaking, it's actually like a good liquor.
Oh, objectively speaking, I'm sure somebody would like this, but
I just hate it particularly because it tastes like licorice, and I hate licorice.
Oh, I don't hate licorice, but I have no love for licorice either.
Oh, I despise it. I hate it. It reminds me of Sambuca.
It's like I know that you have a bit of a vendetta against licorice.
Oh, I hate it.
But I will say that while I do not have said vendetta, I will gladly murder and festoon the walls with the guts of licorice just to see you smile.
Aww.
Oh yeah. I am missing comments, but that's all right.
Apparently the pork ribs.
Oh, they're pork ribs. Oh well.
I'll make you some beef ribs.
Apparently the Disney Polynesian recipe, presumably either from what is it, from that Lilo and Stitch or Moana. It could be either one.
Well, I don't know if Hawaii counts as Polynesia.
Hawaii totally counts as Polynesia.
Does it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it was.
They're one of the more edge parts of Polynesia, but it totally counts as Polynesia.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So does Easter Island.
My apologies.
Or Rapa Nui, I believe is what it's actually called.
Hawaii, I am really bad with geography.
That's
and I got confused because you see on the map they always put Hawaii over here, and they put the rest of Polynesia over here.
Well, because here's the problem: in the map, they always put Europe in the center of the map, which really, frankly, is not the best way to situate your map. If you really want to situate your map properly, the Pacific Ocean should be in the middle. That really is a lot cleaner, because there's not very much in the Atlantic at all, but there's a bunch of stuff in the Pacific.
There is, and I think the other reason is because they want to drive home that like Hawaii is part of America.
Well, that is another.
So like they want to put it on the same side as America, as opposed to on the other side.
Anyway, let's stop delaying the inevitable and drink some more of this terrible liquor that we got last week.
At least this is a smaller bottle. This is a smaller bottle. I think this one's not 750. This one's like 350. So at least it'll go by
375.
375.
Coffee. Coffee with Baileys. Water with just water, but it helps. Biscuit, which I left in a tub of butter last night, which means it's pre-buttered, and the butter is pre-breadcrumbed.
Take it.
And now we shall reward ourselves for our sacrifice by finishing off this week's mystery alcohol.
It's like the suffering of my ancestors. I don't even know what they suffered through, but it tastes like licorice.
I know. Let's go with Moonlight Meadery. This is an alcohol we have bought stuff from this brand before, and we know that it is a good brand. It's Kurt's Apple Pie. I know, it hurts. It hurts, but this is the salve. This is the medicine. And that tastes gorgeous. I think you can keep it down. I think she can keep it down.
That's better.
Much better indeed.
And it tastes like nice apples.
It does taste like nice apples. It tastes like nice apples indeed. There were a few suggestions yesterday, and I don't remember what any of them were. A number of suggestions that we didn't
rye
got to.
whiskey.
Yeah, we never did rye whiskey. Let's do rye whiskey.
Unfortunately, Abby, I think, was the one who suggested that one.
Abby did suggest rye whiskey.
At the moment, so.
She's not. Shall we do rye whiskey, or shall we wait until maybe Abby shows up and then possibly do rye whiskey?
I don't know if she will show
You never know.
Oh, yeah, well,
That being said, if anybody has suggestions of songs they would like to hear, feel free to put them in the comments, and hopefully I will know them. And if I know them, hopefully I will get to them. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this one because I feel it's worthwhile. I'm gonna get this out of the way, sort of, not entirely out of the way, but whatever. Good gentle soul, I have a confession to make.
Confess that, sinner.
Thank you very much. And that confession is that about a week ago, a very good friend of mine by the name of Whiskey Johnny, sadly, passed away from this mortal coil. He was the head of a band, 3 Points Shy, a band that I've been a member of for going on 6 years or so. And the band itself is 15 years old, and I'm a baby. And Whiskey Johnny sadly passed on from this mortal coil, and he shall be interred today. I shall not be attending the funeral in person because plague. And that being said, here's a little song in honor of Whiskey Johnny. Oh, General Tail, he came Monday, came along, carrying along. General Tail, he came Monday, carrying to his burying ground. Let me well stormy, walking along, John carry him along. Well stormy, carry him to his burying ground. His grave with a silver spade, walking along, John carry him along. Shroud of finest silk 'twas made, carrying him to his burying ground. To me well stormy, walking along, John carry him along. Well stormy, carrying him to his burying ground. Lure him down with a golden chain, walking along, carry him along. Every link was carved his name, carry him to his burying ground. Hey, stormy, walk him along, carry him along. Hey, stormy, carry him to his burying ground. Earl Taylor, he's all but go, walk him along, carry him along. He's gone with the stormy winds never blow, carry him to his burying ground. To me well stormy, walk him along, John carry him along. Well stormy, carry him to his burying ground. General Taylor, he's dead, he's gone, walking along, John carry him along. General Taylor, his name will live on, carry him to his burying ground. Stormy, walking along, John carry him along. Stormy, carry him to burying ground. To me way, stormy, walking along, carry him along. To me way, stormy, carry him to his burying ground. Carry him to his burying ground. Carry him to his burying ground. Oh, let's do something different. Rose Tattoo. I don't really know the lyrics for
I like that song,
but I know them. You know, bring them up. Lyrics. Zachary suggested that one. Dr. Wacky also suggested Son de Autumn. I don't know that one. Don't know that one. Not familiar with that one at all. I have to look that up. That's all right. So, Good Gentle Souls. This song is a song that I performed this one with 3 Pints Stride, but Johnny sang the lyrics. I also performed this with Rascals and Rogues, but the captain sang the lyrics. What?
Was it? No, I think it was,
Yeah, the captain sang that.
No, actually, it was, wasn't it the other one? The skinny guitar guy? Bren? I thought it was him.
Did he?
Maybe.
He might have. Maybe once or twice.
Mm.
I don't know. I was doing a lot of alcohol and other things back then.
Yeah, like 7 other bands.
As I am now. I was in 3 different bands at once that year. That was a fun year.
I think it was actually 4 at that point.
Oh, was it? Oh my God,
yeah,
it was, wasn't it?
Including your own thing. It was 4.
All right. So, all that being said, I played the song before, but never with. I've never actually sung the lyrics. I've always sung the chorus and been standing next to the guy.
I always wanted to sing this one, but I don't know the lyrics.
It's also been a while, so let's figure this out. Town story. Life has many shades. Wake up every morning before I start each day. I take a drag from last night's cigarette, smoldering in its trace. Down a little something and move me on my way. Travel far and wide, latest head reports. Guided by a compass, I saw beauty to the north. 100 tales and many lies and war faces on my own. Have these memories around me so I would not be alone. Some may be from showing up, others are from grown up. Sometimes I was so messed up I didn't have a clue. I ain't waiting no one over. I wear it just for you. I got your name written here in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo. I got your name written here in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo. Got your name written here in a rose tattoo. This one's for the mighty sea, Mr. Golden Piracy. This one's for the man that raised it, taught me sacrifice and bravery. This one's for my favorite cane, like golden wave flag. This one's for my family name, I'll wear it to my grave. Some may be from Jonah, others are from grown up. Sometimes I was so messed up I didn't have a clue. I ain't bringing no one over. I wear it just for you. I got your name written here in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo. I got your name written here in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo. Your name written here in a rose tattoo. This one means the most to me. Stays here for eternity. Ship my way, stays course. Anchor for me every trust. Rose shines in from above. I signed and sealed the words of blood. Heard them once, sung a song. I played again, we sang along. Always be there with me, even when you're gone. You'll always have my love. Our memory will live on. Some may be from showing up, some may be from growing up. Sometimes I was so messed up I didn't have a clue. I waited no one over. I wear it just for you. Your name written here in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo. Your name written here in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo. With pride I'll wear it to the grave for you. In a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo. Got your name written here in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo, in a rose tattoo. I can see in blood, I would die for you. Hey! I'm skipping the O's. You know what I realized in that song by the end of the first verse?
What?
First of all, when I do it with 3 pints, and when I did it with Rascals and Rogues, I did it up here.
Yeah, I know.
Because Johnny as a tenor, and the captain is an idiot. He's not a tenor. He just likes to pretend he is.
Actually, I'm actually surprised Johnny was a tenor.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that too. I'm pretty sure they were both
baritone.
idiots who liked to pretend they were tenors.
I'm pretty sure that was the case for John because I'm pretty sure his voice is lower than a tenor range.
Well, either way, the
Not that it
point
sounded bad.
is, I brought it down to an open A minor and thought that would be low enough. It wasn't.
Well, I saw your face. It was like red as
Yeah,
a
I
tomato.
know. Because I was freaking belting to get those high notes out. I should have done this.
Song.
I should have done that. At least a step and a half lower than that. There we go. Got the thing back. I see that Jean has arrived. Hello, Jean. And thank you, Zachary, for just suggesting Rose Tattoo. La Spagna. I don't think I know La Spagna either. Although Dr. Wacky has been suggesting things in other languages, so I feel like we should do something in a different language.
Indeed, we can.
In fact, I feel like doing something slower just for the sake of doing something slower.
Let's do something slower.
Well, I kind of want to do Sangos en Pli.
Oh, okay, sure.
Are you up for Sangos en Pli?
Sure.
Let's do that. This
I won't
is song.
embarrass myself and very many people. Very many people, hopefully.
Before we sing the song, by the way, a couple quick things. Quick thing number 1, if you enjoy the songs that you hear, feel free to like. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, because it will fool the YouTube algorithm into thinking that I'm popular, and it'll be great. Thing number 2, this Friday, February the 5th, we're doing a show with Master William Shakespeare. I believe we're starting at what, 7 o'clock?
8.
8 is when we're starting?
I believe it's 8.
8 o'clock Eastern time, Eastern American time. There's a link in the down there where you can purchase tickets for $5. If you are one of our patrons, then you get in for free.
It'll be an hour and a half long.
An hour and a half of shenanigans.
Fooling around with Shakespeare and doing music
Doing
and
some
shenanigans.
songs.
And it'll be awesome and you should go see it.
Faffing about. Doing whatever. Shakespeare's probably going to ask us stupid questions or something.
Probably.
It's going to be great. I don't know. Maybe Shakespeare and I should try to write a sonnet on the spot or something. Where we like...
Oh, I see. You don't think I'm talented enough to write a sonnet on the spot,
Would
do
you
you?
like to?
No.
All right.
But I want to be considered anyway.
Right. I was being considered by not putting you on the spot, and thus not embarrassing you by revealing to the world that you cannot write a sonnet.
That's what they all say.
I see. At any rate, a song that was supposedly written by Richard the Lionheart when he was imprisoned in Austria after the Third Crusade.
Et pardonne-moi, peux-tu faire des chansons pour tes amis, mais pour un solitaire. C'est pour des chansons, suis-je de vivre. C'est son bon Baron, anglais bon, des bons et je n'envoie sur les compagnons, si je désastre pour me voir en prison. Je n'arrive pas pour les façons. Mais encore si je prie.
c'est dolent des mais pas content, faut-il faire des chansons? Des amis, mes pauvres That was pretty.
It was pretty.
That was pretty indeed. It was very pretty. What shall we go with next? You know what? I feel up for something random, completely random.
Completely random.
Because I personally feel like rebelling against the system. But there's more than one way to rebel against the system, good gentle all.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because you can rebel by taking up arms. You can even rebel through passive resistance, like sit-ins and things like that. Or you can rebel economically, as was just done, buying a bunch of stock. Who knew that was a way to rebel? Or my personal favorite is rebelling through incompetence. Straight down here. Let's try it in F for some stupid reason. That works. Dear sir, I write this note to you to tell you I'll be polite. For at the time of writing, I am not a pretty sight. My body is all black and blue, my face a deathly grey. And I write a note to say why Paddy's not at work today. You see, while working on the upper floor, some bricks I had to clear. Not to throw them down from such a height was not a good idea. And the foreman wasn't very pleased, he being an awkward sod. And he said I'd have to cart them down the ladders in me hod. The hod, it's like an apron kind of thing. But anyway, now to carry all the bricks by hand, it was so very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured the rope below. But in me haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me, and thus begins the physics lesson. Because when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead, and clinging tightly to the rope, I darted up instead. Oh, I shot up like a rocket till to my dismay I found. Halfway up, I met the bloody barrel coming down. The barrel broke me shoulder as towards the ground it sped. And when I reached the top, I banged the pulley with my head. I held on top all night, was shot with this almighty blow. When the barrel spilled out half the bricks onto the floor below. Are you seeing where this is going?
No, not yet.
Because when the bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel. And so started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I sped towards the ground, and I landed on the broken bricks that were all scattered around. As I lay there on the floor, I thought I'd passed the worst, when the barrel hit the pulley wheel, and then the bottom burst. A shower of bricks rained down on me. I hadn't got a hope. And just when I thought this all was over, I let go of the bloody rope. Well, the barrel, now being heavier, then started down once more, and it landed right across the arse as I lay on the floor. I broke 3 ribs in my right arm, and that is why I say that I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today.
What? Is that a metaphor?
No, it's literal.
Okay.
There are bricks, there's a barrel, there's a pulley. I got injured.
No. Okay. So what did that have to do with rebelling?
Because now I don't have to go to work. Because I'm horribly injured, you see.
Okay, but you actually are, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
But dang it, I ruined all those bricks too. Sticking it to the man. Broke a barrel too. And now I'm not there at work.
Does this count as resistance?
Yes! Bloody yes, this counts as resistance.
Okay, all right. I mean, it's a funny song, but also, I don't think you'll be hearing it at the next Workers' March.
Why not? Why not? Why not? All right, what do you want to do next? By the way, good gentle soul, I see that Kristen has joined us. Hello. For those of you who are here, if you would like to suggest songs that we can do, feel free to post in the comments your suggestions.
Make a suggestion so I don't have to pick anything.
Well, I could pick something.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Or we could drink more mead. This is our mystery
I'm
alcohol for the week.
Actually, especially sadistic today.
Oh, you're sadistic or masochistic?
No, masochistic.
There you go.
Yes, and I'm feeling like a masochist today.
So you're gonna drink some more of last week's mystery alcohol?
I'm gonna drink more of last week's and then have some of this.
At least we'll be closer to being rid of it.
That's kind of my line of thinking.
Very well.
I won't be here for very long.
All right, take a shot of that real quick and then pass it to me, and we'll take another shot, and then we'll chase it down with some of the mystery alcohol for this week, which is Moonlight Meadery's red, Kurt's apple, not red. There's no red in it. I just thought red because apples are usually red, but sometimes they're yellow, and sometimes they're green. Kurt's apple pie. Here, drink that. You'll feel better. Oh, God, here we go. Here, take that. Oh, Masochism Tango. Haven't done that in a million years. I'm not sure if I remember the chord progression. You want to give that a shot? I'm going to need you to bring up the chords, though. So I'm not sure I remember the chord progression on that one.
I don't think I've ever even heard this song. So
actually, I'm very out of practice with this one. So you have a choice of watching me flail and fail with a song that I haven't done in like at least 2 years, or I can practice that one for the week, and then I'll actually be able to perform it next week. I actually like that song. I'm going to practice it. I'll have it for you next week. Thorn, come back next week. Saturdays at 9 o'clock.
Or Sundays at 2 o'clock.
When we do Foxy's drinking hour.
And Foxy's hangover hour.
There we go. That was good. That worked. I like that. And next week, we will sing Masochism Tango because I actually really like that song. And I was good at it once, but then I stopped doing it for a couple of years. And now I can't remember the chords for the life of me. I suppose I could figure it out, but then I'd look like an idiot because I'd only be able to figure it out by the last verse. Oh, well. Pardon me. There we go. All right, let's try something else. I feel like doing something in another language. We didn't do much of that last night.
No, I guess we didn't. What do you want to do?
Actually, tell you what. Before I do another language, I'm going to very quickly, because good gentles, I have another confession to make.
Confess this.
Thank you very much. It's the same confession I made before, and that is that about a week ago, a very good friend of mine by the name of Whiskey Johnny passed away sadly. And does anyone ever pass away happily? I guess Bin Laden. Hitler.
There you go.
But yeah, point is, here's a song that I would always sing with 3 pints. We made up this song at the Connecticut Renaissance Fair.
Many years ago.
Many years ago, back when Tim Ott was still with us. And Tim Ott played the accordion. And he started doing this random polka. This is in the morning, before the patrons had even arrived, and we were just sitting there on the stage, passing the time, waiting for the patrons to arrive, and we started, and just Tim Ott just started playing this little riff on his accordion, and Whiskey Johnny was like, "What are you doing, Tim? We're an Irish band. We're not a German polka band." At which point Tim said, "Don't you know all the best Irish songs come from Germany?" And then we started singing verses about that. Yeah, all the best Irish songs, they come from Germany. They have the best beer and whiskey by far. I went there and I entered a brewing contest. I won and they said, "You win, here's a gold star." Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. When you're a rover, there's only one thing you should know.
You guys make that about the Holocaust.
Yeah, I know. When you are drunk, they are Irish, wherever you go. So this is how it works, gentlemen. ladies and Swiss Mars. You tell me a country, because the Irish heart beats through all countries. Name a country, and I will somehow let you know how the Irish heart beats through that country. And Orlando's not a country. Orlando's, you know what, fine. Orlando might not be a country, but
it's what we got.
Fine. Here we go. All the best Irish songs come from Orlando. If they want to be better at it, I'll lend them a hand. I will ship down 5,000 barrels of whiskey. And then I'll spill them on the streets of Disneyland. Except it's Disney World, you shite! When you're over this... Disneyland is in California. Disney World is in Orlando. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Alright. So, yes, let's get another country out there. Any country will do.
Okay.
I can do Orlando again. But I don't really feel like it. You know what? Alright, I'll do Orlando again since nobody's suggesting another country. All the best Irish songs, they come from Orlando.
From Orlando again.
It might be a place that is more Irish than you think. That's because most of the rednecks are descendants of the Irish. And my daddy said Orlando is the best place to get drunk. It's not necessarily funny, but it's based on a true story. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. He grew up in Tampa. Be true. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Alright. Let's see what else we got up here.
Alright, you got a bunch of them now.
Alright.
All very easy ones to rhyme, thankfully.
Well, I'm not rhyming the country. Not the name of the country.
Yeah. I guess you're down.
Yeah, why not?
I guess they're just
I just have to think of something. That's the thing. That's kind of what makes this a little bit more difficult. Because if I had to rhyme something with the country, that would be one thing. But I just got to come up with a theme, something about the country. I have to know something about geography. You know, whatever. Let's do Zimbabwe. Why not? All the best Irish songs come from Zimbabwe.
From Zimbabwe.
They have an ancient monument there as high as a steeple. It was created by the ancient civilization of Zimbabwe. But the British colonists assumed it was built by white people.
It's true.
It's true, it's sad. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know.
Google Great Zimbabwe.
It'd be true. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Alright, let me think of something. Alright, here we go. All the best Irish songs, they come from Brazil.
From Brazil.
You get so drunk there, you'll fall right onto the flooring.
Onto the flooring.
Wake up in a football stadium in Sao Paulo. Just run across the field and shout, "Look at me, I'm scoring!" Made sense in my head. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. I was drunk that day. What are you gonna do? When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Alright, here we go. Let's try this one. All the best Irish songs, they come from Russia.
From Russia.
Last time I got drunk on vodka, there I had a bad idea. I decided now's a good time to start a revolution. Passed out and woke up, now I'm the dictator of Crimea. Not sure what happened. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. And we'll tell them what that is. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Alright, let me think. All the best Irish songs, I lost my train of thought. Let me try that. Okay. Let me do that one more time. All the best Irish songs come from Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
That is the country about which I am knowing.
You are knowing.
But the rest of you don't really know much about that country.
About that country.
What you do know, you learned from Sacha Baron Cohen. It's true.
Obligatory.
When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. And I believe we're about to come to the turn of this song. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Alright, this works because it's not only real countries, also mythological countries, fantasy countries, sci-fi countries. Whatever country that comes from your favorite sci-fi or fantasy novel, movie, television show, original Netflix series, I don't know, erotic fanfic. An erotic fanfic involving the Foxy Garden Twig traveling through Skyrim. Meeting Ayla the Huntress.
Are we doing the Drake meme? Where it's just like an erotic fanfic between Foxy and Twig? An erotic fanfic between Foxy and Twig and Skyrim?
Yeah, exactly. Alright, Hyrule. I remember Hyrule. That's Zelda, right? Right. All the best Irish songs, they come from Hyrule. If you drink enough whiskey there, the fields will glisten.
They will listen.
As you stumble around picking rupees up and smashing pots.
Smashing pots.
Then you know you've lost it when you hear a voice in your head say, "Hey, listen!"
Have you ever even played that
When you're over, there's only one thing you should...
Shame!
I played it like a few times in the supermarket. Or the Walmart, rather. You know, back in the days when they would have like the one thing, the one console running, and they'd have you have it? I should play it. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Where's City Alpha 5? That's part of Star Trek, isn't it?
I don't know, but also Omicron for CIA. That's pretty funny.
Oh, that's much better. I forget Star Trek. Let's do the number of pies for CIA. Alright. Here we go. All the best Irish songs come from Omicron per CIH. There you can drink a mead that's sweeter than honey. I've heard that they've mixed the mead with slurm and those little crunchy things. You know what are they called? Poplars, yeah. Poplars. Yes, that's it. With the slurm and poplars.
Okay.
Mead and whiskey. Mead and whiskey with slurm and poplars. Once I heard that was for sale, I said, "Shut up, take my money!"
Aren't the poplars their babies?
Hey, I'm not gonna judge.
Are they making alcohol with their children?
Sure, why not? When you're over, there's only one thing you should know.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Alright, let me think. Alright, City Alpha 5 is Khan's planet in it's Khan's planet in oh, it's been a long time since I've seen that one. Do I really want to go with that one? I'm gonna come up with something. I don't really remember. I was drunk when I watched that movie. I was also like 8. So I...
How are you drunk and 8?
Why do you have to ask that question?
Terrible. Also, you lie. I knew you were a straight-laced Jewish boy at that point in time.
And? Jewish culture doesn't have the same issues with alcoholism that Christian culture does. Or not alcoholism, I mean drinking. We have issues with alcoholism, trust me. What we don't have is the social stigma against drinking. Like seriously, when I was 5 and I went to a synagogue full of nothing but old Jewish men, they gave me a shot of whiskey. Here's a put hair on your chest, it'll be great. It's normal. It's a cultural thing.
Explain a lot about your... Okay.
What am I doing?
I don't know. You didn't...
SETI Alpha Bingo? No. Oh God, everything's moved along. I can hardly see. Wait, what's the planet that Doctor Who comes from?
I haven't watched enough Doctor Who.
Mendelivian, Excelsior. No. Themyscira. No, that's Wonder Woman. Where does Doctor Who come from even? Gallifrey. Thank you. I was on the tip of my tongue and it wasn't working. All right.
Themyscira.
Sorry. All right, here we go. All the Irish songs, they come from Gallifrey. There the whiskey flows in and out like the tide. I got really drunk there and went home with a Gallifreyan lassie. And let's just say she's bigger on the inside. I thought that was clever. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. It'd be true. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Alright, I'm gonna do one more. Let's do Narnia. All best Irish songs come from Narnia.
Alright, come from Narnia.
There you can dance on all the glens and the heath. Having so much fun with the satyrs and the nymphs. Pass out, wake up next morning with satyr hair between your teeth.
Oh my gosh.
When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. Don't worry, they're fine.
Comes out with wind.
They're satisfied. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. One more time.
One more time.
One more time. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. And let's tell them what that is. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go.
I have taken it on myself to do the David Anthony thing where he goes, God.
Indeed, it'd be true.
I do it in memory of David Anthony.
In memory of... He's still alive!
No, he's not.
He's not dead yet. He's only teaching preschool. Oh my God, he might. He got vaccinated. He's fine. He's fine. He's gotten his shots. All right, I believe let's do like two more songs.
He's gotten his rabies shot.
Let's do one or two more songs. And ooh.
What do you want to do?
Hold that for a second. Good, gentles. I do hope that you've enjoyed your little trip with us. And a song consisting of Chuck Norris facts. That would be an interesting song. I feel like it's been done.
It's very 2007, but all right.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
2009. I don't even remember at this point.
Who knows? None of it makes sense. I feel like doing something in another language. Let's go with this one. Why not? It's a good one. It's classic. I always like doing the classics. Although before we do that, I'm going to do since Dr. Wacky has suggested it, and it's popping in my head now. Let's go ahead and do that one. Yeah. Another Irish drinking song, and then we'll do the other one, and then we'll finish up. So, let's do it in G. Oh, let's do it in A. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this one too, but here you go. There we go. Oh, gather round, you lads and lasses, sit you for a while, and hearken to me mournful tale about the young Isle. Let's all raise our glasses high to friends and family gone, and lift our voices in another Irish drinking song. Consumption took me mother, and me father got the pox. Me brother drank the whiskey till you wound up in a box. Me other brother in the troubles met with his demise. My sister has forever closed to smile in Irish eyes. Everybody's died, till their tears are dried. We'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light. Another up, it's not wake up, and they go drinking once again. Kenny was killed in Kilkenny, and Clare, she died in Clare. Clip from Tipperary died up in the Derriere. Shannon jumped into the river, Shannon back in June. Ernie's now in the urn and Tom's in the tomb. Cleanliness is godliness, the Uncle Pat would sing. He broke his neck a slipping on a bar of Irish Spring. O'Grady, he was 80, but his bride was just a pup. He died upon the honeymoon when she got his Irish up. And everybody's died till her tears are dried. We'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light. And rather up is up, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Murphy fought with Riley near the cliffs of Ortonine. He took out his shillelagh, stabbed him in his spleen. The crazy Uncle Michael thought he was a leprechaun. In fact, he's just a leper, and his arms and legs are gone. Well, when Tinsel Johnson broke his neck, it was crying shame. He wasn't really Irish, but he went to Notre Dame. McNamara's crossed the street and got hit by a truck, but he was just a Scotsman, so nobody gave a and everybody's died till their tears are dried. We'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light. And another up is up, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Michael lived at Ulstertown, he used to smuggle arms until the British killed him and cut off his lucky charms. Irony is what befell my great-granduncle Sam. He choked upon the very last potato in the land. I'm trying to remember the next guy. Me crazy Uncle Brennan tried to drive home from the bar. The road was up to meet him when he fell out of his car. And dear old Father Flanagan, who left the Lord's employ, drunk on sacramental wine beneath the altar boy. And everybody's died, so till the tears are dried. So drink and drink and drink and drink, and we'll drink some more. We'll sing and fight until the early morning light. And never up, wake up, and go drink her once again. And now comes the sad sentimental part. Someday soon I'll leave this world of pain and toil and sin. Lord, take me by the hand to join all me kin. My only hope is when the Saviour comes for me and you. He'll kill the Castle River Dance and Michael Flatley too. And everybody's died until their tears are dried. We'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light. And neither up as that we got, and then go drink it once again. Neither up as that we got, and then go drink it once again. Neither up as that we got, and then go drinking once again. Wild mountain time.
Well, that was dumb.
What, the song?
Yep.
Yeah. That was a dumb song. You've never heard me do that one before?
No.
That's weird.
I'm not. Well, I think I might have at some point, but I don't remember it. Clearly, I don't remember the chords either, since I got the judgmental "you're doing the chords wrong" face.
Did I give that to you?
Oh yes.
I did not mean to.
It's the one where you go like, where I do the wrong chord, and you're like. Don't think I don't notice.
Very well. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. This is a Foxy Bard.
It's a
staple. That's a word, yes. A Foxy Bard staple. This song comes to us from long, long ago. In southern France, when they decided they didn't like the fact that poor people had to pay all the taxes. Who'd have thought that ever become an issue again?
Nobody likes taxes.
I just love when I live it. Oh, that never sono donne longe, sono donne va I saw the wolf, the fox, and the rabbit. I saw the wolf dancing with the fox. I saw the wolf, the fox, and the rabbit. I saw the wolf dancing with the fox. Oh, they made a ring around the orchard. I saw the wolf, the fox, and the rabbit. All three made a ring around the orchard. Fastened a ring at the harvest time. Nada, que se ganó pesos. Nada, que se ganó pesos. Que hizo una mesada y disfrutó la lema. Si pueden romper el culo, y disfrutó la all year long we work and we toil just to earn our meager wage. All year long we work and we toil just to earn our meager wage. Then comes the first of the month and I see the wolf, the fox and the rabbit. Now there's nothing left for us to see the rabbit and the fox and wolf. La leva.
I be sitting on Marinade and Sun.
Hey, saloplo, la leva.
I be sitting on Marinade and Sun.
Okay, te vas a un montón de laume. I be saloplo, la leva. Okay, te vas a un montón de laume. Vas a un montón de vas a voyage. That felt good. Did that feel good to you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like that one? Yeah. Good, gentles all. Again, I'm David Anthony, the Foxy Bard.
And I'm Twig.
And together we are Drunk and Disorderly.
Drunk and Disorderly.
And this has been Foxy's Hangover Hour. Join us every week. Join us Saturday nights at 9 for Foxy's Drinking Hour. And then Sundays at 2 in the afternoon for Foxy's Hangover Hour. Also join us on Thursdays at 6 o'clock in the afternoon for Cooking with Foxy, where we will be making a Hobbit supper from our Hobbit cooking book. If you're a patron, go down to the Patreon page where you can vote on what we will be cooking for supper this week. Your choices are a full roasted Sunday turkey. Chicken. Full roasted Sunday chicken. Bread pudding with mushrooms. And Foxy in the griddle. Box tea on the griddle.
What is Boxy on the griddle? You'll have to find it out.
So good, gentles. If you'd like to become a patron, go onto the Patreon page. And for the mere price of money per month, you can be a patron and suggest stuff in the future and vote on things and do stuff, blah, blah, blah. Also, Friday, 5th of February, we are going to be doing a show with Shakespeare at 8 o'clock in the evening. And there's a link down there where you can get tickets. $5 a ticket, unless you're a patron, in which case you can get in for free. And come and see Shenanigans with me and Master William Shakespeare. And you, and Twig, me, Twig, and William Shakespeare. It'll be fun. And all those times, by the way, are Eastern American times. I think that's it, right? Foxy's Drinking Hour, Foxy's Hangover Hour, Cooking with Foxy. Become a patron. Buy our album on Bandcamp.
You can buy Drunk and Disorderly for the mere price of $10,000.
For $10,000, you can buy us and we'll be your slaves for like a year. It's better than what we're getting right now. So, I believe that means that I have one more confession to make.
Confess us in it.
Thank you very much. My confession is that long ago, before I was a bard, I was going to be a rabbi, and I went to a yeshiva, I went to a theological seminary. I learned from other rabbis, and I learned to be a rabbi, and then you know what I decided?
Screw it.
Yep, pretty much. Screw it. I don't want to be a rabbi anymore. I want to be a bard. But I learned things, and one of the things that I learned was as follows. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. So, this is how it works. You tell us what you think is not in heaven, and then I will justify your theology by making up a verse. Where I make it rhyme, it might even make sense, it might even be funny, or it might just be stupid, I don't know. I won't know until... Alrighty then. Let me think. I'm sorry, I completely lost my head for a moment there. Sorry, don't know where my brain just completely checked out. It happens sometimes.
It happens fairly often, actually.
All right, I know it's okay. So it'll be fine. All right. In heaven, there are no gas leaks, which means you don't have to worry if it reeks. Cause it's not gas, you just forgot to refrigerate the leaks. That's why, cause there's no gas leaks. There we go. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. In heaven there's no SS Kaiser Wilhelm, they're gross. Because that was the ship that the British hated the most. They bombed it, and now it's toast. At least I'm assuming, I don't actually know, I'm kind of guessing. How in heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. In heaven there's no sex. And that leaves me rather vexed. Cause I'm gonna feel like Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, okay.
With his tiny arms, he wasn't even able to masturbate. Oh, in heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. By the way, I got it right! I got it right with the ship. That's what's called an educated guess. You're shooting in the dark, but if you're educated enough, sometimes you just accidentally hit the right target. Which I guess is how the people who bombed the SS Kaiser Wilhelm the Ghost felt. Anyway, that's my assumption anyway. Let's see what else we got to do. What?
That one.
All right. Very well. In heaven, there's no Dr. Wacky because he thought his questions were tacky and decided to give him a smacky. And that's okay because he likes it. Oh, in heaven there is no beer. Also a guess. That's why we drink it here.
You have to answer.
When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. Alright, what else is not in heaven? There's one other thing that's up there. I'm just trying to figure out how to find it. Okay, hold on. I think I got something. Alright, here we are. I think I've got it. In heaven, there is no Merca. I looked it up in Encyclopedia Britannica. Although it was hard to read because it was in Helvetica, which I find is a difficult font to read. There we go. In heaven, there is no beer. What?
Subway font?
Might be.
Is that why
What?
you're always getting lost?
Yes, it is, exactly. Here, our friends will be drinking all here. In heaven, there are no mothers, because they're the ones that we smothers. Because, frankly, there's no others who get on your nerves quite like your mother. Oh, in heaven, there is no beer.
Someone's got issues.
Just a few. That's why we drink it here. I think I'm going to call it right there. And when we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking on here. One more time. In heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. And when we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. Our friends will be drinking all beer. Our friends will be drinking all beer. I promise I love my mother. Thank you very much, good gentles all. Again, I'm David Anthony, the Foxy Bard.
And I'm Twig.
And together we are Drunk and Disorderly. Thank you very much for joining us. We do thank you so much for joining us, because this gives us a sense of grounding in reality somehow.
It does.
It's weird. It's weird.
But it does.
Join us this Friday at 5. No, Friday the 5th at 8. Friday, February 5th at 8. Tickets in the town there, unless you're a patron, in which you get in for free. In which case you get in for free.
If you are not a patron, you can purchase them for $5, or you can become a patron for however amount of money you want.
I'm going to drink the rest of the mead.
No, I want
Do you
some
want some?
too. I want
Right,
some
right.
too.
Let's finish off the mead.
Okay, fine. You can tell them about the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. Join us this Thursday at 5 for Cooking with Foxy. If you're a patron, vote on what we're going to be cooking this week. Very soon, you're going to be voting on our next cookbook, because it's about time to get a new cookbook.
It's about time.
It's about time.
It's about time. You can also buy the album on Bandcamp, and you can join us next Saturday at 9 Eastern Time for Foxy's Drinking Hour, and again Sunday for the next Foxy's Hangover Hour.
Indeed. That was some good mead.
That was good mead. It
That
did
was
not
very
last
good.
the weekend.
That did not last the weekend.
Nope.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. Yay. Where's the cap to this thing?